Hello everyone and welcome to the third and deciding map of Giacomo against NightWolf. And this time we are on Norwood and it's gonna be close position here as NightWolf, the Night Elf player from Belarus, is spawning in the top spawn position once again, going for Moonwell first, and I'm assuming the next Wisp leaving the Tree of Life is going to build the Ancient of War as it did in the previous two games. And yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So same build order once again for him. We're gonna see a Tavern Hero, we're gonna see some archers early on, and probably for a third time in a row the Dark Ranger, even though on the second map it didn't work out that well for him. And his opponent, this time in blue, is Giacomo, the Czech undead player, and he's also gonna go for the same opening for the third time in a row. At least the first three buildings are the same. We're gonna see the shop once again being produced right now. So yeah, once again same opening for him. Echodite is going to scout and is going to find his opponent very early on, and of course with close positions the undead is probably going to be able to apply a lot of pressure early on. Death Knight is being produced as the first hero once again, of course, not at all surprising. And the second Ziggurat once again is building number 5 that the undead player chooses to produce, and the Wisp is scouting into the wrong direction, but right now he should already know what's up. Wisp is going to the tavern here to pick up the hero. First archer is soon to be out. And so far, not much else to tell. We'll see if once again it is going to be a Dark Ranger's third. We'll see if once again NightWolf's tech is going to be about, say, 15 seconds ahead of Giacomo. And we'll see if once again, even though it's close position here, NightWolf is going to decide to tech with only 2 Moonwells. But I guess, okay, Dark Ranger first once again. But I guess since he did it even on Turtle Rock close spawn, he's probably gonna do it on Norwood here as well. Death Knight is out. That was a coil and no mana, no experience on the DK, and he's lacking a lot of mana, so I'm assuming that one was dodged by a detonate here by the Scout Wisp of NightWolf, who got kinda close to the undead space, but didn't really see anything. But then again, there wasn't really anything surprising for him going on. Null is at 179 HP, and is he gonna still get the coil in time? No. And wisely he's not even trying to do so, because that coil would not have hit the creep in time, and therefore that would have been mana wasted, and he doesn't have too much mana anyway. Would have been his last coil, and he might have to use that one on the Ghoul right now to save it. Actually he does not. Ghoul's being put back just in time tech wise. NightWolf has done his tech before the third Moonwell once again, and once again Giacomo taking very late here, bringing 3 more Ghouls out on the field. He's got 6 right now, plus the one which is still harvesting lumber inside his main base. Right now his gold is pretty low, so I'm assuming he just started his tech. That's exactly what he did. And it looks like he's going to put up some pressure against NightWolf for now. NightWolf already keeping his archers pretty far in the back just to be able to pull them back if necessary, but it looks like we might see some creeping, or aren't we? Of course, if NightWolf staying super passive, Giacomo would like to creep, but then again, if Giacomo was about to start creeping, he would definitely be creep checked by a Dark Ranger and a couple of archers. And now it's actually the Dark Ranger putting the creeps here. Just I'm gonna show you the fountain here. It is a fountain of health.
Our forces are under attack.
Not sure how much of a factor that's gonna be in the later stages of this game though, because the players are just so close to each other. So potentially a lot of, you know, aggression and a lot of player against player action is going to occur here. And now, as he sees the Death Knight getting the level up, he knows that the Ghouls are elsewhere, and he immediately starts creeping. Ghouls in the meantime have grabbed this Goblin Merchant down here. Sentry Bots drop, but neither of the players is gonna pick up that anytime soon. Replenishment potion for the Dark Ranger, that's definitely going to come in handy. And the Death Knight's taking so much damage, gotta pull back. But then again, there is a heal fountain, so he can use that with the Death Knight right now. Dark Ranger just keeping track of that one. Maybe looking for some low HP ghouls near the heal fountain. And he might get a kill on one of them, but then again, there is 2 more coils available after he just used that one to save the ghoul. Second crypt coming, graveyard coming, so Gargoyles on tier 2 against Hunter's Hall has already finished. I'm assuming double Ancient of Lore again, and Panda second. So strategy-wise, not a lot of variation by both the players in this best of 3. Well, Giacomo tried something else on the first map, and it turned out quite horribly for him, so yeah, why go off the standard after, you know, losing pretty horribly when going off the standard on the first map. So no, Brood is not going down actually. The Death Knight and the ghouls are trying to get a good angle around these archers. One of them is going down Breath of Fire into the ghouls. Second archer is probably going to fall as well. So round attempt on the Panda, and that one fits. And he can still keep this round closed after this ghoul is going down. Coil, very unfortunately, doesn't hit the ghoul here anymore. He doesn't even bother passing the town port, letting the level 1 hero go down. In return, another ghoul is going to fall here. Dark Ranger's got to be careful. Or just lucky here that Giacomo doesn't get the surround in place. NightWolf's micro kinda sloppy. Reacting kinda slowly. And now the Dark Ranger is out of mana just for a second, but it's still enough to take down the next ghoul. Death Knight already reached level 3, so that is very nice for him. Actually, this time the Lich isn't coming quite as quickly as it did previously. Of course, with the Gargoyles on Norwood, he's going to be able to creep this Red Drake at the fountain very quickly, basically for free. Ghouls are running away from the Dark Ranger, archers are running away from the DK, and he doesn't get the block in place, so this archer might run into some trouble. He's got the level 2 coil, getting the kill on this next archer. Next ghoul is going to fall as well though, so both players trading blows here. First Gargoyles right now out on the field. Next archer is even gonna die and not getting to the Moonwell in time. Shop once again coming kinda late. 2 Ancient of Lore, actually this time only getting 1 in place immediately. Not sure what the reason for that was. Maybe he didn't have enough gold because he produced that many archers. No tier 3 tag for NightWolf this time, but tier 3 tag pretty quickly for Giacomo this time. So in the mid game the players are switching it up a little bit. DK's gotta pull back here. Looks like NightWolf might even be going for the Red Drake here before the Gargoyles pick that one off. And a pretty quick tier 2 expansion this time for NightWolf. And it has not been scouted by the Acolyte so far. So the kill here is going to Giacomo with the Gargoyles. Good job there. And vision-wise, this is pretty interesting. The Gargoyles of Giacomo see over the forest. They see everything. And NightWolf does not see the DK here around the corner. So if he's paying attention, he can maybe steal this one with a coil. But he's smelling it apparently. Yeah, going into the Death Knight's direction. And he's not gonna let him get the coil there that easily. Breath of Fire going onto the Gargoyles. First one gets coiled actually. First archer is going down. And now the Gargoyles are gonna go for the last hit. And the last hit is going to the Night Elf actually. Level 3 for the Dark Ranger. Item was the Linehorn of Stormwind, picked up by the DK. Next Gargoyle's gotta pay attention here. He's gonna get over the forest. Panda doesn't have any more mana for Breath of Fire to deal the final blow here against this Gargoyle, so it's gonna survive. It's gonna get coiled. And the Lich wanted to reinforce the army there, but at first he's gonna run away from these creeps here. Not sure how he ended up in there, since, you know, this creep camp is kinda secluded from where the Lich would walk from the main to the fountain. Dark Ranger doing some more scouting. Once again, the Panda is not even close to level 3, which is of course a very crucial point, very crucial aim in the mid game. Tree of Life is about to finish. Dark Ranger's gotta pull back as she's fighting a 40 supply undead army here. Slaughterhouse once again being added, 50 supply cigarette being added kinda late. He could continue production already if he had that one finished already. Then again, tier 3 finishes, so he can just pick up the orb soon if he wants to. Actually going for Ghoul Frenzy and the Stoneform upgrade instead, since he doesn't have any hero around the shop, which I guess is the main reason why he didn't just pick up the orb immediately. Again, Giacomo, NightWolf pretty slow here on his approach with the Dark Ranger and the Panda. Wisps are seeing the Acolyte right now, the Acolyte actually being distracted there for a moment, but he saw the Tree of Life already. Now Giacomo is going to do some damage against that one, and NightWolf is going to head in there to try and prevent him from doing so, but yeah, running into the creeps while doing so, of course, not really what you want to do. But he's got enough Dryades to chase Giacomo away for now, maybe even be able to force the town port here with the Dryad. Nice block by NightWolf. He doesn't get the Dryad staff though, because he doesn't have a staff of preservation yet. And tier 3 for him coming as well this time. A bit later, since his expansion was kinda early on tier 2 this game. And does he still... okay, he's bought the orb on the Death Knight. Now passing it to the Lich. And it's probably just gonna go for the heal fountain with the DK in order to get some hit points back. Dark Ranger even chasing down this Acolyte. Probably gonna go to the creeps though, yeah. And in the meantime, solo creeping with a Panda, level 2.5 for that one. Yeah, no town portal for the DK rebought just now. A couple of ghouls added now to the army, so he's basically putting out everything he's got at the moment. Let's see if he's gonna go for a really huge push against his expansion in order to maybe even try to get the kill, or just try to delay the Entangled Goldmine from coming up. NightWolf's got plenty of Dryades this time. He's getting the staff. He doesn't have the orb yet. Tier 3 just about to finish, but it looks like he's not willing to fight yet without his orb and without his tier 3, and therefore letting this expansion go down. Yeah, pretty huge setback in NightWolf's game plan. Yeah, he picked up the orb right now once again, as he did in the previous 2 games. Yeah, more Gargoyles coming out, Lich pulling back for now, and at the moment there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive. He can continue creeping if he wants to. He can also just try and stop this, again, continue stopping this Panda from reaching level 3, but that's only gonna work for so long, you know, and eventually he's gonna have to get some levels on his heroes as well. Scroll of Protection board, Scroll of Healing board, and he's gonna maybe come in for a very crucial creep check. Greater mana potion for the Panda, which is of course great. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire hits dispelled by the Stoneform, though at least the burning effect from the Drunken Haze is being dispelled. One Dryad here under some pressure. He just clicked Dark Ranger, saw that there is a Staff of Preservation. Good choice here to let the Dryad go down, to just be able to staff the Panda afterwards. Another Archer going down as well, and again, in all those little engagements on map 2 and on map 3 as well so far, Giacomo always seems to come out slightly on top, just getting a little pick off here and there, while not really losing anything. Also thanks to the fact that he's able to again keep this Panda from reaching level 3 for such a long time. So more Dryads being produced. This time, is he not gonna add bears at all this time? I feel like, unless you're going tier 3 pretty quickly and get really aggressive against the Undead's main, which is kind of the Moon 2008-2009 style, if you will, then there's no point in getting a lot of bears against the Undead's heir, especially since he doesn't have the Demon Hunter in this case, but the Dark Ranger, which means he doesn't have the crazy raging monster with the orb against the Gargoyles, which basically can handle those more or less all by himself, together with a high level Breath of Fire. So just some scouting going on by Giacomo. He's trying to get into those little engagements over and over again, which I feel like he's got definitely a reason to do so, because so far they have gone very well for him. 2 heal scrolls on the Undead heroes at the moment. So he can deal with the Panda for a little while at least. 50 supply, by the way, for him. He starts saving up right now. He's at 500 gold, getting a Sacrificial Pit, not getting Ziggurats, at least for now, to go over 50. Ah, he's got the 60 supply cigarette finished already. And same supply situation for NightWolf, getting the 70 supply Moonwell already, getting Master Bear upgrade now though, so he might be adding just a few bears to at least, you know, be clearly ahead on the ground. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, not doing any damage here to the gargoyles. Nice dodge once again by Giacomo, so he's really on point with his stone form usage. Only 1-0 upgrade for the Dryads. And, well, still no expansion even coming for NightWolf. And the problem with the Stark Ranger is, you know, while she's very good in the early game, because together with a bunch of archers, it's pretty easy to fend off the undead and to potentially get an expansion early on. In the late game, she's not gonna carry the Night Elf army. So he needs to get some sort of advantage here if he wants to, you know, do well against the DK Lich combination in the late game fights. Lich soon to be level 3 as well.
Our warriors have engaged.
Found the Scroll of the Beast. Might not even be that bad, because he's the NightWolf that is gonna have to use a lot of Dispel to get rid of that. If it's on the entire undead army, that's gonna limit his damage output for a while, and it's going to yeah, basically force his Dryads to stop and stand for at least a little bit. Potion of Restoration for the Panda, also not too bad. Which of course is gonna give these gargoyles the chance to do some nice focusing against the Dryads. And once again, one Dryad almost dying, Breath of Fire not doing any damage here. And this time TP used immediately. There's no way he can take this fight at the moment. After having the Panda being in like mid-range HP area and then being focused immediately, forced to staff him. And he even sells the Potion of Restoration. Wow. Okay. Anti-magic potion, of course, nice as long as there's no dispel around for Giacomo. Giacomo strength, closer attack, well, a bit of bonus damage for his Lich. Not gonna say no to that. And still, hero levels fairly equal this time. Again, both the players saving a huge load of resources here. 1,600 gold for Giacomo, 1,400 already for NightWolf. And Giacomo's buying so many items. He's got an invoke potion on the DK right now. That one's gotta be careful though. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Let's see if he's gonna decide to use the invoke potion or the town portal. Okay, he decides to use the invoke potion. In the meantime, the Lich and the gargoyles in a decent position, but not able to pick off this bear here. For some reason, didn't use the Nova. I think he could maybe have picked off the bear. The DK coming around the top to join the army again. Is he gonna be in time to call the gargoyle? He's not. And the Lich has got a heal scroll as well. This is like such a ballsy approach by both of the players. Both of them saving up so much. Of course, with the shade, at least Giacomo sees that NightWolf is not producing, so he knows he doesn't have to go into low upkeep here as long as these lords aren't doing anything. And NightWolf doesn't see anything here though, so this is... I'm assuming he feels he's behind, he feels he needs to take that risk. And I guess that's why he doesn't produce, but at some point he's gonna have to start. Some Wisp being picked off. Nova doing a huge load of damage here against those. Panda being staffed back. Let's see if the Stone Form is gonna be in time once again. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, actually only hitting the DK. And there's the anti-magic potion, so at least he's gonna be nuke-proof here for 15 seconds, but just the sheer damage of those gargoyles is doing so much, while the rest of his army is just down on the map. I'm assuming that's, you know, for creeping purposes, but let's just keep an eye on the Panda, because the coil is gonna take that one down here. And once again, like on the second map, NightWolf pretty unnecessarily losing his second hero here.
Research finished. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Immediately reproducing, getting back up to 50 supply. This time he's putting his Dark Ranger in a tough spot. Got a town portal on that one though, so he's not gonna lose her. But still, Nova going on to the Lich. One Dryad being staffed out here. And the DK a little bit too aggressively here. He's crow used, and I'm assuming he's gonna just wanna force the town portal. Oh, he's waiting so long. This time using the TP in time though. And in return, 1, 2... I guess 2 Dryads have gone down. So NightWolf is going to be able to live with that. And now Giacomo has broken into low upkeep, producing abominations from 2 slaughterhouses. Lich still sitting at the fountain here. Actually, the Dryad not being seen apparently. Also, okay, now being seen, and he's going to pick that one off pretty easily if he pays attention. Or is he scared that the NightWolf army is around? No, he's going for the pick off and getting it with 3 shots of the Lich. Looks like he sold the claws of attack though. And now NightWolf is also going into low upkeep way later. Giacomo already on 70 supply though. NightWolf just producing a lot of Dryads right now. But is it going to be enough against this push, which is hitting him right now with 73 supply? Town Portal used. Only a bunch of units available actually. Panda's still not back here, and this push seems to be perfectly timed for Giacomo. Silence going, only hitting the Lich here. Still enough for the Dark Ranger to survive, at least long enough for another rejuvenation to hit her. Dryad is being focused on. Panda is now back. Drunken Haze used no mana for Breath of Fire, now using Mana Potion. But Drunken Haze has already been dispelled. Breath of Fire now going into those gargoyles, doing a bit of damage, but there's still enough heal scrolls available for Giacomo. Still 3 heal scrolls, so he's easily going to be able to deal with that. Another Dryad going down. Another Dryad going down. I think this is the last Dryad. Again, still plenty of gargoyles alive. There's a little bit of Moonshoes there in the back, but the Panda doesn't get in range. And GG by NightWolf. And Giacomo taking the first series here. Definitely sending out a signal to the other 2 strong Night Elves in Group A, which are Deadman and Sase. And this is the second Night Elf in a row here to lose his first best of 3. So Giacomo also taking his first 3 points here, taking the 2-0 victory. And I think, you know, after losing this expansion in the mid game, the question is, should he have tried to defend it without his orb? I think the answer is probably yes, because the Dark Ranger in the late game, without having any kind of advantage worked out through the early and mid game, just doesn't do that well anymore against these giant gargoyle and abomination armies. And we've seen that on map 2 and on map 3. And then later on, of course, again, kind of brainlessly, like on the second map, losing the Panda, put Giacomo in a put NightWolf in a tough spot. And actually, now looking back at the game, I gotta say a pretty smart decision by Giacomo. Like immediately after the Panda went down, he went into low upkeep. He went up to 70 supply and immediately went for the push as quickly as possible and just hit that window of opportunity before the Panda was back, before NightWolf was prepared to deflect a push like that. And that just worked out very nicely for Giacomo. So the last matchup remaining in round 1 in Group A, or on Playday 1 in Group A, is going to be Fire DE, the German human, against Deadman, who probably is the favorite in this group, I guess from a neutral perspective. So pretty curious to see how well Fire is going to be able to do in that matchup. And once again, I hope you enjoyed this best of 3. Stay tuned for the next one. Subscribe if you haven't yet done that yet. Like the video, like all the videos, and comment on all of them. What are your expectations for Fire against Deadman? And I'll see you soon. Bye.